What's up, everybody? Coach Rob here. It is New Year's Eve 2022, and I'm here alone at the gym, here back in my office/studio, and I wanted to talk to you guys today about this challenge that I've issued. And if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about, I've recently issued a challenge in the Ketogenic Bodybuilding Facebook group, on my personal Facebook page, Instagram, all the social media outlets. And it's called the KGB-33 Challenge. It's 33 days. And it goes from January the 2nd, Monday, January the 2nd, to February the 3rd, and it's 33 days long. And this challenge is very, very important to me on a couple of different levels. I want to talk a little bit about that and then walk through the challenge and try to get you guys motivated to crush this damn thing. 2022 has been a very challenging year for me on many different levels. You see, 2022 is the first full year since 2013 that I wasn't a competitive bodybuilder. And I know that for many out there, you're like, okay, big deal. But when you do something that demands that much of you, and you take yourself places that you look back and wonder how you ever got there, and the sacrifices that you made in order just to, get a trophy or a medal or some level of status in a sport or an endeavor, and one that consumes so much of you on a daily basis. You get involved in that. You get entrenched in that lifestyle, you get entrenched in that world, and it consumes you. And that's not a bad thing. In order to achieve any success in any endeavor that you do, it will consume you if you want to do it very, very well. And to do it to a level that you're proud of yourself, you feel a sense of fulfillment, and there's just something about sacrifice and suffering and hard work that changes you. And I'm not trying to be so dramatic about bodybuilding. But it is a sport, just like any sport, that is so physically demanding that you have to put your heart and soul, your blood, your sweat, your tears, everything about you, and the sacrifices that you have to make are immense. And you emerge greater, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. You become stronger. You become tempered, forged, if you will, from that work. And I think in any endeavor in life, success comes from sacrifice and hard work. And now that I have been through that full year of not competing and not being a part of being that actual athlete in that sport, it took a year to detach myself from that world. And through that detachment, I have sort of mentally or psychologically evolved. And I now feel like I know where I want to go and where I need to go, especially at my age, to not only to be the best person that I can be physically, emotionally, healthy, but in order to be the best coach and trainer I can be, to help bring out the very, very best in everyone who puts their faith in me as a coach, and to be the best influence I can be on my family and loved ones and people that are within my close circle. So again, not to sound so dramatic, I mean, geez, it's a physical challenge, but it's also an emotional challenge. And it's something that I'm very, very excited to embark on, because I truly feel like I've never been a New Year's resolution guy, but I feel like this 2022 into 2023 is sort of a baptism for me to step into a different place in my life. And I think it will be sort of the final place in my life that I will keep pushing towards until I'm no longer around. And that's a serious thing. It's a cool thing. So it's an important thing for me. And because of what I do, I wanted to bring you in with me. So the KGB-33 challenge is 33 days of committing to a great level of physical and emotional health with a focus on longevity. All right, so enough of that. The KGB-33 challenge is 8 elements of a much bigger picture that I will be embarking on for many years to come, and learning through the process and trying to develop myself through the process so I can once again be a source to help others bring out the very, very best in themselves. So the KGB-33 challenge is 8 elements, and it starts with what I believe and have grown to believe is the most species appropriate diet for humans, and that is a carnivore diet. So for 33 days, starting from January the 2nd until February the 3rd, 33 days, I'm going to press upon you to follow a strict carnivore diet for those 33 days. And part of the challenge, and this challenge is an honor system. So when that 33 days expires and we're all conversing through social media outlets or wherever we virtually hang out, or even those that I know that'll be doing it in my close circle around me in person, it's about the honor system. And I will go through these 33 days almost like a contest prep and take myself to a level that will make me emerge a stronger person and set the tone for this new chapter in my life starting in 2023, and to be able to tackle whatever comes at me, and for me to be the best husband and father and coach and trainer and friend that I can possibly be. That sounds dramatic. I know it sounds silly, but to me that's what it is. So number 1, carnivore diet for 33 days. And I have a blog site called hyperprimal.com, and I'll put the link in the show description here. I've got a food list on there, which is basically my approved food list for my carnivore diet, my hyper carnivore diet. And so check that out. And this is the list that we're going to be using. Now, I do talk about some carbohydrates in that list for certain tactical things, depending on where you are and what you're doing, maybe athletically or with your training or whatever. We're going to omit those for the challenge and stick to only the animal-based foods, which are your meats and eggs and certain elements of dairy, full-fat dairy. So that list is at that site. So check that out and download the list. It's a PDF, sort of an infographic that you can use for throughout the course of the challenge. And once again, honor system, no cheats for 33 days. So you're not going to be taking in any starchy carbs or sugary foods or processed foods or shit. It's just everything's going to be from that list. Number 2, training. I'm always preaching a high intensity, lower volume training methodology, ideology. The point of that is to get the most out of your training without tapping into recovery in order to maximize muscle growth. So for the challenge, you're going to strength train a minimum of 3 days per week, but no more than 4. And if you're one of these people that's been doing a 5-day split or a 6-day split, or God forbid, a 7-day split, it's going to be a challenge for you to dial that back to no more than 4 days. And so what you're going to be thinking is you're going to put more effort into each of that 3 to 4 workouts in less time in the gym, and then stepping away and really focusing in on recovery, because that's when muscle grows. So if you've ever wanted to dabble with some high intensity training, now's your time. I also intend on that same blog website to give a few examples of a 3 to 4 day workout split. Now, if you need help with any of this shit, I think you know that I do coaching, and I also do consultations. The consultations that I've been doing already have been amazing experience for me and the people that are embarking on it. I've conducted several, and I just launched them. My calendar is filling up. And it's a 90-minute opportunity for me to go face-to-face with you on a Zoom call and really sort of lay the framework where you need to go with your fitness, your training, or whatever you want to talk about during that 90 minutes. And the experience has been excellent. So link down there. I also offer other, coaching options. My gold membership is everything that you could possibly need from coaching. And I have under 10 spots remaining for that as well. So check that out. But you're going to train 3 to 4 days per week and no more than that for the 33 days. And you're going to really learn some patience, and you're going to learn to focus on the recovery element, because the recovery element is where you get your results from training. Muscle is life. Muscle is life. Building and maintaining muscle should be everyone's number one concern with these physical endeavors that we do, that we put under the umbrella of that blanket term called fitness. You could also include muscle when it comes to fat loss. The more muscle you have, the better your ability to drop body fat. Everything is better. I don't care if you're 13 or 93. Quality of life at its peak is dependent on you having a muscular, strong physique forged in fire that can take on anything that comes to it. Make no mistake. Understand, please. Get off this weight loss horseshit. It's about fat loss and muscle gain. These are the two things that have to meet. Body composition, gain muscle, lose fat, be your best. So training is number 2. Emphasis on building muscle, period. Feed the machine with ample amounts of protein and healthy fats from your carnivore diet. Train the body to build as much muscle as you possibly can while also sustaining what you already have. So eat and train and recover. In 1 and 2, that's where a lot of magic happens. Number 3, rucking. What the hell's rucking? I fell in love with rucking. It would have been I started rucking with a weighted vest, maybe back in 2016, 17 maybe. Did that for a while, sort of fell away from it a little bit, and then back in 2019 started doing a little bit more, and then started doing a lot more during the BS lockdowns in 2020, and then I never looked back, and it's just I've gotten more into that and more involved with it and fell in love with it even more over the years, and now it's about all I do in terms of cardiovascular training. Rucking has phenomenal benefits. And I've broken down some in my blog post concerning this challenge at the hyperprimal.com website. Rucking is simply weighted cardio. It was born out of the military. Military would carry a pack with all of their gear, and it would be minimum typically 40 pounds and sometimes in excess of 70, 80 pounds, depending on what they were doing and what they were training for, where they were going. So rucking is simply getting a weighted backpack and walking, and it has some incredible benefits. I love the fact that you can have a strength element with your cardio. You're going to burn more effective energy that way. You're going to get stronger that way. You're going to build mental discipline that way. It is rewarding in its challenge that it is. And I can't just go out and walk around anymore. That's fine. But rucking has turned into something that I truly look forward to. And I want you to challenge yourself to put some weight on your back and go walk. So challenge number 3 of the KGB-33 challenge is 35 minutes of rucking, a minimum, I'm going to say a minimum of 3 days a week, but the challenge calls for 4 days a week. So if you don't want to invest in a rucksack, like a serious one, and if you want to get a rucksack, Go Ruck is the best, hands down. Nobody else comes close, period. And I've got a link in the show notes below. It's a special link. I am an affiliate, full disclosure. But if you click that link and order something from Go Ruck, it does help support the YouTube channel. And it is simply the best gear on earth. It's absolutely indestructible. I absolutely love mine. I have 2 rucks from Go Ruck, and my daily pack that I carry is also from Go Ruck. And I also have a lot of their gear and clothing and things like that because it's indestructible. It's the best stuff on earth. But if you don't want to invest in something like that, you don't have to. You may find that going through this month of rucking, you fall in love with it too, and then you can make the investment down the road to get something more substantial. Take any decent backpack you have and add some weight. I have people that have literally taken bricks and wrapped them in duct tape and put them in the pack, or put books. Just get creative. But you want to take that pack and then you want to weigh it on a scale and make sure that you have anywhere from 25 to 40 pounds. I say the minimum weight for women is 25 pounds. The minimum weight for men is 40 pounds. So find a decent backpack. I know you got one somewhere. Fill it with some weight. Just get creative and weigh it. Make sure it is adequate for the challenge, and just get outside for 35 minutes a day. Now, the challenge is outside, not on a treadmill, not around an indoor track at your gym, outdoors. I don't care if it's snowing. I don't care if it's 12 degrees. I don't care if it's 97 degrees. I don't care. This is a challenge. This is about hardening yourself. I have rucked in the snow. I have rucked in the rain. I have rucked in cold. I've rucked in brutal heat. And it is extremely rewarding. So this is a challenge for you to get off your butt, put some weight on your back, strap it up, get outside, and ruck for 35 minutes minimum per day for 4 days each week. I think you're going to like it, and you're going to like that challenge, and I think it's going to change you. All right, number 4. Certain parts of this challenge are going to be more important to other people than other people. It just depends on the individual, but this one could be a big one for many people out there. No alcohol for 33 days or other recreational drugs. I won't go into specifics on the recreational drugs, but anything, I think you know where I'm going with that. But no alcohol for 33 days. This is going to be hard for me. I like to have a drink. I like to have a good glass of whiskey, bourbon, or scotch. I enjoy that. It's something that I like. Sometimes I will sit on the porch with a nice glass of bourbon and a fine cigar and just relax and enjoy myself. But I will not be doing this for 33 days. And there is nothing but benefit that can be gained from this, period. This may be a bigger challenge for others than others, but it could be the most important of the 8, and it could change your life if you've been struggling with too much drinking or recreational drinking or whatever the case may be. So no alcohol for 33 days. All right, number 5 is easy. You take one progress pic per week. One progress pic. I'm not telling you got to post it on freaking Instagram. Don't show it to anybody. This is for you. It's for you. Take one progress pic because you'll regret it if you don't. You may make some very significant changes over that 33 days, and you'll want to have that documented. Once again, this isn't for the world to see. It's for no one but yourself. But just honor system here. When we're asking people who completed the challenge in 33 days, and you'll be able to say, I did, well, taking that one pic per week, that's 4 pictures, is part of the challenge. So make sure you do that. I think it's very important. Okay, this next one I think is also extremely important depending on who you are. No screens at least 1 hour before you go to bed. So if you go to bed at 11, then you can't be behind any kind of a screen from 10 p.m. until 11 p.m. when you go to bed. If you go to bed at 9, you can't be behind a screen, after 8 p.m. This is important in several ways. It's going to help you have some serious personal downtime. It's also going to help you develop and restore some of your natural circadian rhythms. It's going to take you away from an hour of blue light stimulation that you otherwise would have had. There's significant research that shows that this blue light stimulation, especially before bed, is very disruptive hormonally. And I think you will see an immense improvement in many areas of your life by stepping back from those screens. I intend to, wherever humanly possible during this challenge, to back away from screen time even more than that 1 hour. I would like to be able to, basically from the point that the sun goes down, which here where I am, it's about 5:30, 6 p.m., to really back off from screen time from then on up until I go to bed. And I go to bed relatively early because I have to get up so early for early morning clients. So the more I can back away from that screen time is going to be a better thing for me. So part of the challenge, honor system, whatever time you go to bed, that last hour before you lay your head on your pillow needs to be without any screens. That's phones, computers, tablets, television, any of those things. Read a book. Read a book. That's one of the best things you can do. And that takes us to, and if you can do it by candlelight or firelight, like I have a fire pit, sometimes reading by a fire might be the best possible thing you can do to help restore that circadian rhythm and get you away from that artificial light. Which takes us to the next one, number 7. You're going to read one nonfiction book over that 33 days. Nonfiction. So something that's going to be developmental for you. Learn something. Not just some mystery novel or trashy romance novel or whatever. It needs to be nonfiction. So choose a cool nonfiction book, one that you've been meaning to read or wish you would have read. Choose that book, post that book on social media, so we know what book you're committing to reading. And with everything that we do on social media, we want to use a particular hashtag, which takes us to number 8, the last one. One social media post per day. It doesn't have to be a picture. I know how some people are. It could be a sentence. It could be an inanimate object. It could be anything. It could be a picture of your feet when you're out on a ruck, or it could be a short video of you in the gym or out on your ruck or sitting by a fire. It doesn't have to show your face. It could be anything. But then you're going to hashtag that, hashtag KGB-33. I'm going to be checking that hashtag on all social media and seeing who is putting that stuff out there, who's truly a part of the challenge, who's truly trying to make a change for the good. So KGB-33 is the hashtag. So we're going to use social media for good and not evil for 33 days. All positive. Let the people know out there who are also going to be checking that hashtag what you're doing, your level of commitment, your level of involvement for this 33-day challenge. So that's it. That's the 8. Strict carnivore diet, 3 to 4 days a week of strength training to build and maintain that muscle and develop some strength. 35 minutes of weighted cardio, rucking, 35 minutes, 4 days a week outside. That's critical. No alcohol for 33 days or any other recreational drugs. You're going to be a clean freak for 33 days. Clean out your system. Reboot, restart, refresh. Get the poison out of your system for 33 days. 1 progress pic per week, just for you. Doesn't have to be for anybody else, but just save those because you're going to like that. No screens of any kind, at least 1 hour before you put your head on your pillow at night. You're going to read 1 nonfiction book throughout the course of the challenge for 33 days, and you're going to post that book on social media and hashtag every social media post that you do with KGB-33. You're going to do 1 every day. I don't care what it is, but you're going to post a picture or a video of something, and you're going to hashtag it KGB-33. I think this challenge is going to be potentially life-altering for many people out there. And I think it's going to be extremely important for myself. This is personal for me. I'm moving into a new chapter of my life, and I've been making that move for the last year. And I finally feel like I've achieved I am achieving it. Mentally, physically, emotionally. And I'm ready to set foot on a new path and achieve the very, very best I can possibly be in all aspects, not just in the gym, all aspects of my life, to be the best person I can possibly be, and I want to bring you with me. So, KGB-33 challenge. If you're not a subscriber, hit the subscribe button. That would mean a lot to me because I'm going to be posting progress videos on this channel throughout the entire 33 days. Follow me on Instagram at Rob Goodwin Official. I'll also be putting stuff there. And if you're not a member of the Ketogenic Bodybuilding Facebook group, join that as well. We will excitedly whisk you into the group and you can start interacting with everybody in there, all 10,000 strong. And so many in there will be doing this challenge with you and be there for your support. If you need help with your program, if you need a consultation, I do a 90-minute consultation. They're fantastic. I love it. I'm having a blast with it, and it's been great for everybody involved. I do one-on-one coaching online. All of it's at robgoodwin.com. Check it out. If you have any questions, message me. Please comment in the video if you're on board with this and you're a part of it. I look forward to hearing from you. And for the next 33 days, train hard, diet harder, and make a statement that you're going to alter your life for the better and make a real impact on your life and your health for the coming 2023 year. Happy New Year, everybody. Have a great, safe New Year's Eve, a wonderful New Year's Day. And Monday, January the 2nd, we hit the ground running with this challenge, and we're going to make a serious impact in the lives of ourselves and hopefully in the lives of others. Peace.